I've been talking about stolen focus, which I'm going to keep talking about because it is changing the trajectory of my entire focus on media and the internet. And so I'm going to start with the clip number one, Smiz, where he talks about the job of a magician, right? Which I didn't think about. You know, we are in a space where tricks are happening every day right in front of your eyes. All right, play clip one.
The job of a magician is, at heart, to manipulate your focus. That coin didn't really vanish, but your attention was somewhere else when the magician moved it. So when your focus comes back to the original spot, you're amazed. To learn magic is to learn to manipulate someone's attention without them even realizing it. And once the magician controls their focus, Tristan realized, he can do what he wants. One of the things that he was taught at camp is that a person's susceptibility to magic has nothing to do with their intelligence. It's about something more subtle, he said later. It's about the weaknesses, or the limits, or the blind spots, or the biases that we're all trapped inside of. Magic, in other words, is the study of the limits of the human mind. You think you control your attention. You think that if somebody messes with it, you'll know and you'll be able to spot and resist it right away. But in reality, we're fallible sacks of meat, and we are fallible in predictable ways that can be figured out by magicians and messed with.
Now, in this book, he lays out, Johann Haars, that the internet, the Instagrams, the Facebooks, the YouTubes were all created by looking at psychological studies on people. And the algorithms and everything were designed to put you in a situation where magician tricks happen all the time. We've seen deep fakes. Now, this is even before AI. Just on, if you put a picture up, I'm going to reward you with likes. Oh, how many more likes can you get? Now, this is the whole thing. And what was profound is he said, you know, Facebook was a meetup, right? It's a place where you get to go see your last classmates, your family members. If Facebook, like, this would be a great service for if you and I are in the same place, I'm in North Carolina, you're in North Carolina, we see each other on Facebook. Well, let's go see each other at a bar. Facebook has the technology to produce that, but they will never produce that on that app because that app makes money with you being on it. And if you go meet somebody at a bar, you're not on the app. They don't like that. So they'll never put their goal is to keep your eyeballs on their thing. So I'm going to play another clip about the psychological profile and how they target us, 866-801-8255. And I want to ask you, Rod, and the rest of the folk, you know, if you know you're being manipulated to believe and think the things because you have to know. Y'all will say it all the time. No, this thing is listening to me. Oh, how did this ad pop up? I just talked about this in my house. I ain't even searched for it, but here it is. You got your, hi, Alexa. I'm doing that on purpose. You got something in your house availing you. Today, I just spent $600, Rod, to remove, because I had a contractor put some nest in my house that I didn't ask for. I said, who told you? I don't mess with technology that can surveil me, that somebody remotely could turn my air and heat up and off. Hell no. I want none of that. Take this out of my house. So I fired him, got another contractor. Can you please put something in here that I can manually touch, that nobody can remotely with a cell phone mess with my stuff? But more importantly, the Nest can see me walk. When I walk past it, it turns a color. I'm like, oh, hell no. You ain't going to do this to me. I don't have Alexa in my house. I'm not messing with Siri. She can kiss my ass. All my notifications are turned off. I'll play with y'all's internet like that. But I do have a cell phone, which I'm sure can hear me. Let's play this second clip and let's talk.
As a designer, you would track all the information they offer up on social media and build up a detailed profile of them. It's not just the simple stuff, their gender or age or interests. It would be something deeper. This would be a psychological profile, figuring out how their personality works and the best ways to persuade them. It would know if the user was an optimist or a pessimist, if they were open to new experiences, or if they were prone to nostalgia. It would figure out dozens of characteristics they have. Think, the class wondered out loud, about how you could target people if you knew this much about them. Think about how you could change them. When a politician or company wants to persuade you, they could pay a social media company to perfectly target their message just for you. It was the birth of an idea, one that would be picked up in Silicon Valley later by different people far removed from BJ and his warnings about ethics. Years later, when it was revealed that the campaign for Donald Trump had paid a company named Cambridge Analytica to do exactly that, Tristan would think of that final class discussion at Stanford. This was the class that freaked me out, he told me. I remember saying, "This is horribly concerning."
And here we are, right? We had a presidential candidate pay Cambridge Analytica tens of millions of dollars. We had Facebook hand over the billion plus, like all of the information. They targeted people with fake ads on loop because most of us are not reading newspapers. We're not reading data. We're not actually reading, period, right? We just talked about this yesterday. More than 60% of us don't read anything. We don't read books, period. We don't critically think. So if you're inundated every day on the phone that you have with messaging about the other, about these immigrants, about these Black people, if you're Black, they're telling you about the super predator. They're telling you about how Hillary crime bill, that she don't like Black people. If you're crazy and in Kentucky, they're gonna tell you about the pizza pedophile ring in a pizza parlor in DC. They're gonna tell you about all of the pedophiles, even though Trump was at pedophile island. Wasn't he good friends with Jeff? Right. No, that's not gonna show up. It's gonna be the pedophiles, it's the rapists, it's the gays, it's the drag queens, it's the woke people. It's happening in real time. Do you not think they perfected that over 4 years? And Cambridge Analytica still has that, they still have your stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all, they still have it because you clicked agree